Greetings, friends. Welcome back. It's week 6, and we are 2 weeks away from the end of the course. This week, there is a workshop. So if you're able to attend on Tuesday evening, it will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Teams as usual. And even if you're not, of course, I will post the recording of that. Largely, we go over the same things, but if you can make it live, it's a great time to ask questions and things of that nature. So let's take a look at what is happening in unit number 6 in ENG 107. All right. So this week we are working on literacy, specifically academic and information literacy. So in the Unit 6 materials, of course, you have the overview. And one of the things that we're focusing on is how do we analyze sources for reliability? We all know that there's a lot of misinformation, some of it accidental, some of it on purpose, that happens in the world of news and information. And so learning about how do we know whether a source is reliable or not is really an important aspect of current being a good global citizen. So this week's readings and resources, which of course you want to tackle first, include the several articles, and these articles you're actually going to use in your writing assignment. So you read them first, of course, and then we're going to talk about what you're going to do with them. But there are 3 articles that all relate to kind of soft skills in the job market. And you're going to create what's called an annotated bibliography of these sources. And then we have some additional materials from chapter 25 of the academic writing textbook that talks about what an annotated bibliography is. And then, of course, we have some additional videos too from the website that you know that I often go to, which is scribber.com. And then we have some additional information about literacy and information literacy specifically. You are being asked in your annotated bibliography to apply what's called the CRAP test. I'm not a fan of the name, but it's a test for evaluating information. And specifically, the video here will teach you about how to evaluate information that you find on websites. We also have a video tutorial on how to use the post-university library. By and large, when you are doing research for papers, you do want to be using academic resources through the library and not websites. But even then, we have to know whether or not what we're looking at is relevant to what we're trying to do and all of those good things. So it's still learning about reliability is still relevant no matter how you are locating your resources. In the Unit 6 interactive, you're going to be learning about citing evidence in your writing. We've been using references at the ends of things, but we haven't done a lot of in-text citation yet. We will next week. So be sure to go ahead and complete the Unit 6 interactive and do it before you do the assignments anyway, because it's going to help you with those as well. So 2 assignments this week, back to 2. Unit 6's discussion board focuses around technology. As the videos in this week's readings and resources explain, we live in a world filled with media and technology. Way back in 1983, Daniel J. Boorstin stated in the New York Times, here's a quote from him: "Technology is so much fun, but we can drown in our technology. The fog of information can drive out knowledge." Now, that was more than 40 years ago, and think about how much more technology we have now. So you're going to be thinking about that and discussing whether or not the world is different now. In your initial response, of course, explain your thoughts about the quote and how it applies or doesn't apply in today's world. And then, of course, by the end of the week, you're going to need to respond to at least 2 of your classmates. And in those responses, reply to their ideas or share some additional thought about the benefits and drawbacks of technology as it relates to learning and knowledge. Feel free to bring in personal examples or, of course, information from the readings and resources. And I like that in the second part here, it mentions both drawbacks and benefits. I would focus on both of those in your initial response as well, because I think we can all agree that technology has some downsides, but we also use it a lot and it's got a lot of upside. So be thinking about that in both your own response and then as you respond to others. Which brings us to the bigger assignment, the one that's worth more points this week, which is the annotated bibliography. So there's a template for you to use, and you do want to use the template as usual. I'm going to show you how to operate it in a moment, but let's go over the official assignment first. So this week we learned about reliable sources and how to cite them in our writing. For this assignment, you will create an annotated bibliography for resources provided in this unit. So you've got the 3 articles, review the 3 articles about soft skills linked in this week's readings and resources. Using the template attached to the assignment, create an annotated bibliography for those 3 articles. And you're going to have several components, and there's spots for them, which kind of like the vision board is a good reason to use the template. Provide the title. You will also provide a summary of the article and a full APA reference citation for those articles. You can copy, of course, the title and the reference from the information within the unit. I'll also show you a way to locate those citations that we've worked on before. And then a summary is a 3 to 5 sentence paragraph that explains the main idea and most important parts of the article. So you'll have 3 different ones of those, one for each article. You don't have to have 3 paragraphs for each. It's 3 to 5 sentences in each of those summaries. And then for each article, go through the currency, reliability, authority, and purpose test and choose whether the source is reliable or not. And there's a spot for that as well. Submit the annotated bibliography in Word format, or you can save it as a PDF if you prefer. You will have the boxes filled in, so this will not look like the last week's assignment. You will not have a cover page and a separate reference page. It's actually in kind of table format, so I'll show you that in a second. And then, of course, the 3 to 5 sentences in length for each article. If you look at the rubric, of course, you will be able to target the areas again. The title, did you include all the titles? If you didn't include the titles, you miss points for that. Same thing with the citations. If you do not include the full citations for each article, you will lose points for that. And then, of course, the summaries. Each summary is going to be worth 17 points. So did you really cover the most important parts, the main idea, etc.? Did you complete the CRAP test for each of the articles? And then, of course, formatting / grammar and punctuation. So nothing too radical there, but make sure that you review, of course, the rubric both before you complete it and after you've done it, before you turn it in, so that you can make sure that you have done all the things that you need. Okay, so let's go back to the readings and resources, and we're going to use those articles. So in the readings and resources folder, they are the first 3 things. And in order to access them, of course, you will need to sign in. So we're going to sign in to the library. And this information shows you the basic information about the article. In order to read the article, you need to click on this link on the left that says PDF full text. When you do that, you will see basically the scanned page from the original magazine or journal. And you will be able to see everything and read it and give your summary. Okay, so there's article number 1. Now, when you are using library resources, one of the biggest benefits of the library, in addition to having, of course, good information, is that we have a citation provided. Now, you can use the one, you can just copy what's in the thingy thing. That's not the real word. You know what I mean? In the readings and resources, but I wanted to show you where this is. So I'm going to copy it from here. We want to make sure we're choosing the APA style. And now we're going to put that in the box from in the template. So the citation, oops, goes here, APA reference, copy from readings and resources. And I'm going to paste, and I'm going to use an option called match formatting. And that's because I would like for those italics to stay. Okay. If you forget and you have to add the italics back in, that's certainly fine. But this is the official full citation for this particular article. Now, notice what other boxes are here. We need the title. So the title is going to appear in two places, and I'm going to copy the title from here. I don't know why my copy and paste stuff doesn't work very well right now. I'm going to copy it from here. And we're going to put the title in the title box. So it's going to be in two places. That is absolutely fine. When I complete my CRAP test, I'm going to determine whether or not it is a reliable article. I'm going to assume it is for now. And then I'm going to write my 3 to 5 sentence summary. Okay. So this is what you're going to do for each of the articles. When we go to the next article, we've already signed in, so it will take us directly there. Again, notice in order to read it, you have to click on the full text. You will read the article here. You will summarize it and fill in all the blanks. We're going to copy the citation from the resource here. We're going to put that in the where the reference goes. Oh, and I just hit paste and it does include the italics. It does also have that weird highlight behind it. It's fine if it has that. It's not a big deal. And then the title is Go into the Job Market Ellipses Softly. Okay, so again, repeat the title. Yes or no for the CRAP test, and then you will provide your 3 to 5 sentence summary. And then the last one is, let's go back to the resources. This one is directly from the internet. So this one I'm going to utilize Scribber, as I usually do. And of course, you can read it directly on the website. You don't have to do anything special to open that, unlike the ones in the library. So let's go to Scribber.com. You notice it's the first thing that comes up. It kind of knows what I want to do. And we're going to use the citation generator. And it is set for APA, so that's ready. And then we need to paste that URL and click the cite button. And voila, there is our citation. So we're going to copy this to the clipboard. And again, we're going to paste that under the reference. Okay, I just hit paste and it did work. I could make it smaller. I could make it the same font, whatever. It doesn't really matter. For my title, notice the title of this one is in italics. So I'm going to use italics as well. The competitive edge. And this, the, needs to be capitalized. So I'm going to fix that. Reliability, yes or no. And then of course the annotation. So as you add things to these boxes, you are most likely going to have at least 2 pages. You know, it could go on even to the 3rd page. That's absolutely fine. Now, I am going to give you the template in the, in with this announcement. However, I am not leaving anything filled in because part of the whole point of this assignment is to do those references yourself and to write the titles yourself and to do all the things yourself. So I am going to link the template in both the announcements and of course it's already in the course. It's available right there in the assignment. But you do have to do those citations for yourself. So you got any questions about it, of course, feel free to reach out. Happy to help. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you next week, and maybe tomorrow night if you guys can make it. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great Thanksgiving.